Hey guys, today I have a floor 11 guide for you all, and I know I'm a little late on this. I apologize. I've been getting distracted playing other games and stuff like that. But we have floor 11 here, and just remember the ley line disorder. Your character will be periodically inflicted with engulfing storm, continuously draining your energy, your ultimate, until the inflicted element is removed. You can cleanse that with different characters. Bennett should be able to cleanse it. Jean can cleanse it. I think Diona can even cleanse it. Different characters can cleanse that debuff, just as an FYI. On top of cryo damage dealt by our party members will be increased by 75% for this stage. So let's cut into the character build that I was using for this, and yeah. So here's my character build used for floor 11 and floor 12. Main character, details, weapon, prototype Roncore, refinement rank 1, artifacts, 4-piece gladiator, flower, feather, hourglass, goblet, circlet, constellation 6, talents 699, amber, details, weapon, Favonius bow, level 80, refinement rank 1, 4-piece wanderer's troop, flower, feather, attack, pyro damage, and then crit, constellation 0, 666 for talents, Barbara, level 70, stats, weapon, prototype amber, artifacts, a one-piece Maiden's Beloved, just threw anything on her. Flower, feather, hourglass, goblet, circlet. Constellation 0, talents 166. Noel, level 80, 49, 85 stats. Weapons, white blind, level 90, refinement rank 1. Gladiator, and artifacts are messed up on Noel. We're just using whatever we can right now. She's the least of my concern at the moment. Constellation 0, 666 for talents. Xiangling, level 80, 54, 168. Crescent Pike, level 90, refinement rank 1. Bloodstained and Gladiator, 2-piece each. Flower, feather, hourglass, goblet, and circlet. Constellation 0, of course, 666 for the talents. Kaya, level 70, actually leveled him up, 5269. Weapons. Iron Sting level 80, refinement rank 1, one-piece Blizzard set, that's 16, flower, feather, hourglass, goblet, and circlet. Constellation 0, 444 for the talents, and then Lisa, level 70 as well, 47 out of 40 or 48. Map Mare, 4-piece Thundering Fury, flower, feather, hourglass, goblet, circlet. Constellation 0, and 564. Yeah, now all the doubters are like, wait a minute. Let's do it up. So right here, we have cryo slimes, we have ice slimes, and we have, I can't even think right now. We have hydro slimes and electro slimes. Killing all the hydro slimes will spawn the hydro mage. So if you do want to focus them first and spawn the mage just to get the mage in the game, you can go ahead and do that. Or if the mage is giving you some difficulties, you can decide to focus on the electro slimes first, kill all of them and get them out of the way, and then kill the hydro slimes to focus on the hydro mage. But whenever the hydro mage is spawned in, I would recommend killing the slimes and focusing them and letting the hydro mage be collateral damage just to save more time if you are pushing for that 3 stars. So he's in the game right now. So they're going to try and focus on these because we have way more enemies that we still need to kill. And I'll just try and occasionally go and take a swing at his shield health to get it down. Maybe whenever I can charge up my ultimate, we'll use our ult on it. Alright, let him teleport. Five enemies still left. Trying to take out these 2 slimes. Use our ult so it doesn't get drained. And then I'll still run over here. He should have one more teleport. And here he comes. Alright, so now we should be able to finish him off. And there we go. Shield break. Last enemy. Seven minutes and 30 seconds for the second half, which is not that bad. But they're all that good stuff. You can always leave and come back and get a more optimal team. We're going to pop our ultimates immediately, just for that AoE damage. Try and use Geo main character, act as a battery for no wall, as well as generating our own ult back. Pop down the Baron Bunny. Get them all in one location. Alright, one down. Two down. Final three, and we got 2 minutes left. So right now we'll try and generate an ult for Noel. Got it back. Perfect. And then we'll use Noel's ult to break these shields. Try and hug the wall so we have them all in one place. Make it a little bit easier to break these shields. And whenever they start running, I run towards the shield or run towards the wall so they don't run off into the middle of the map. Makes it a little bit easier to control them and manage them. And just like that, 30 minutes to spare, last guy left, and he's down. 3 stars, just as easy as that. Okay, floor 11, chamber 2 is probably the hardest chamber out of all the entire Spiral Abyss. There's a lot that I have to say about this stage right here in terms of like enemy aggro and targeting. My first thing that I do here is there's 2 Hilichurls at spawns with clubs. Those guys will be focusing the monolith, so I use Barbara and Kaya to try and freeze them and then use Xiangling to aggro them with auto attacks. I go back for the fire sniper. There's an electro and a fire sniper. I make sure to kill the first fire sniper. So your priority at the very beginning is killing 1 fire archer because it'll spawn the second fire archer counterclockwise around the map. And then you immediately focus on these 2 Hilichurls with the shields. 2 more will spawn. There's 4 total. And I do the same strategy. I make them wet with Barbara, use Kaya to freeze them, Xiangling auto attack to try and pull their aggro back towards me. And then we just try and focus. So the Electro Slime and the Electro Archer and the Fire Archer, they will be targeting you. The first Electro Archer is going to be targeting you. The first Pyro Archer is not. That is why you need to kill the first Pyro Archer to spawn in a new Pyro Archer, because the second Pyro Archer will be targeting you. So after you're done killing these 2 Hilichurls right now, I'm getting beat up trying my hardest just to get them out of the way. A Metachurl with an axe will spawn, and that guy will be targeting the monoliths. You want to make sure that you prioritize him immediately after you kill those guys with the clubs and the shields. The red Hilichurls right here with the clubs who are attacking you, they're not that big of a problem. I'm trying to ignore them, as you can tell. They will not go after the monolith. My main focus here is killing the big Metachurl with the axe, because sometimes he'll lose aggro, and then focus on the monolith. The new Hilichurl with the shield will be focused you 100% of the time, so you don't really have to prioritize him. Your priority is killing this axe guy. So with all of that being said, because I know that was a lot to take in, I want to start talking about aggro and the enemies, because this might be a little bit confusing and a lot to take in. But there are 4 of the Hilichurls, the small little guys with the clubs and the shields, the rock shields. All 4 of those will be targeting, they spawn in waves of 2, and they will be spawning, or they will be targeting the monolith. So they are high priority on killing. There are 2 different types of snipers, the Electro Sniper and the Pyro Sniper, as you see. And there's 4 spawn locations. They spawn counterclockwise from their original starting position around the entire map. The sniper that I'm killing right now is spawn location number 3 for the Pyro. The first Pyro spawn sniper will be targeting the monolith, which is why you need to kill him first. The second and the third will be targeting you, but But this fourth spawn for the Pyro Sniper will be targeting the monolith. That's how the AI is programmed. This first Electro guy will be targeting you. However, the second spawn location and the third spawn location will be targeting the monolith. So just keep that in mind. So I try and bring this guy counterclockwise around the map so I can quickly get to his next spawn location before he hits the monolith. You see, he was looking at the monolith. I use Kaya's E ability to stagger him and prevent him from shooting the monolith. And then we just clean up with Xiangling. The fourth spawn location for the Electro guy will be targeting you. So I know that was a lot to take in. I do have a separate video, a separate guide just for that down in the description with a much more consistent team if you guys do need more help on that. Okay, now on to the second half. We have 2 treasure hoarders and a Sisson mage. Immediately try and go for the treasure hoarders first, especially the pyro guy, because if he ends up throwing the pyro Molotov towards the monolith, that can do burning damage over time and tank the monolith's HP. And if you're also using a crowd control unit is probably preferred here in all honesty. So Venti, Sucrose, any crowd control unit. You can even use Zhongli or Ningguang to create constructs. So my geo constructs that I'm placing up, I'm trying to block them or put them in a way where it's blocking the Sisson mage's flies from being able to attack them, because they can also burst down the monolith. So just be cautious about that. Take down the 2 treasure hoarders first, and then when you're dealing with the Sisson mage first or last, you want to try and burst her down as quickly as possible so the flies don't do any more damage. You see the flies, they were attacking. I think only one attack got through and took down the monolith's HP from 83 or 84 to 83. You can try and abuse your constructs. So if you have any geo characters, geo main character Ningguang or Zhongli, just keep this in mind. Creating constructs to prevent the flies from attacking the monolith is definitely something that you could possibly do and take advantage of. All right, and then after you're finished killing the Sisson mage, 3 more treasure hoarders will be spawning along with a Fatui agent. The Fatui agent will be focused on you. What your main priority should be is focusing on the Fatui or the treasure hoarder, the martial artist, the guy who punches, and the guy with the hammer. Kill those 2 guys because they will be going hard on the monolith. The shovel guy, believe it or not, he shoves dirt towards the monolith, but it does no damage. Literally no damage. So you do not have to worry about him. Your main priority should be focusing on the guy who is punching the monolith and the hammer guy. The pyro Fatui agent will be focused and aggroed on you. The shovel guy does 0 damage to the monolith. So just keep that in mind. Also, just a small little reminder, after you're done killing those 2, and then the last remaining guys are the Fatui agent and the treasure hoarder, the shovel guy, be sure to fight the Fatui agent away from the monolith, just in case he creates clones. And if he does create clones, try and take those out, because those clones can attack and end up damaging the monolith. But just make sure you stay away. So I'm fighting him towards the wall because I don't want him to accidentally go and attack the monolith, even though he's not going to aggro on it.
My monthly F2P sub to say loving the stream less than 3.
And he's dead. Mr. Shovelman unfortunately does no damage to the monolith, so you can leave him be.
Can't keep up with me.
Generate some orbs, anything you want. And there you have it. 3 stars, Chamber 2. With 7 characters, different strategy. Also, just another quick reminder before we hop into Chamber 3, I do have a standalone video down in the description talking solely just about Floor 11 Chamber 2 for anyone else having difficulties with it. A much better and consistent strategy on how to deal with Floor 11 Chamber 2 than what I demonstrated in this video with using Animo main character.
Just kidding.
Okay, so on to the final chamber here. We have the Animo Boxer and an Electro Fatui Skirmisher. I immediately super conduct, so applying ice to the Electro Fatui Skirmisher and then using Lisa to create super conduct. My main focus will be targeting on the Electro Fatui Skirmisher just to save some time. The Animo Boxer in the back will be collateral damage because he's always going to be running next to the Electro Fatui Skirmisher trying to protect him. So I'll be focusing on the Electro Fatui Skirmisher as my main target. And Animo guy will be collateral damage. Aw. Almost. And as for the second wave of enemies that spawn in, we have a Geochancer and a Electro Fatui Skirmisher, as long as a Hydro Fatui Skirmisher. You want to focus on the Hydro Fatui Skirmisher first because he is the healer in the group and will be healing the enemies. So it doesn't matter how much damage you do to the other opponents. If you don't end up killing them before the Hydro Fatui Skirmisher heals them, they can end up being healed all the way back up to full, potentially. So focus on the Electro Fatui, or the Hydro Fatui Skirmisher first, and then the rest is up to you. Okay.
Gel.
Another thing I just want to mention here, if you don't have a Claymore user on your team or a Geo user on your team to break the Geochancer's shield, you can combine Pyro and Electric to create Overload, which will basically do the same thing. As you can see, the Geochancer's shield strength was all the way at 100%, and right now it's down to like 10%, almost broken. So just keep that in mind if you do not have a Claymore user to break the Geochancer's shield or a Geo user on your team. That other guy come in. Back up. And then Super Conduct. Okay, second half 722, baby. Okay, so the second half of Chamber 3, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's only 4 enemies on the stage. It's 2 System Mages that spawn together. And then the final 2 enemies will be 2 Pyro Fatui agents that'll spawn together. So just do what you do best. Do whatever your damage source is, just to kill these guys. You can Super Conduct if you can, to try and lower their physical resistance if that helps you. But yeah. So I guess I can quickly mention what my strategy was for the stage with my 3 characters. So I would use Amber's Baron Bunny whenever she would ult up with her shield, just to cause a distraction, use my charge attack. It would quickly break the shield with Overload, but also to gather the 2 System Mages together with the Baron Bunny. So main character can do their AoE attack with E or ultimate, or just generate orbs for Noel and use Noel's ultimate. Now, I'm going to speed up the video or just skip ahead because the stage, like I said, is pretty self-explanatory. This last part right here is just 2 Pyro Fatui agents, so all I do is just burst them down, as simple as that. There we go. And there you have it, floor 11 completed. Now, I only ended up getting 1 star on this last chamber because I was using 7 characters only. But I do hope this guide was helpful and informative for you guys. Like I said, standalone video for floor 11 chamber 2 if you guys are having difficulty with that, down in the description below. Any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section down below as well. I'll be more than happy to respond. Other than that, I hope to catch you guys next time.